Hey, lady. So here are some little workout moves and stuff that you can do at the gym. I'm gonna try to break it down like by body group, muscle group, and stuff to make it easier for you. Just like some key safety tips. Don't lift heavier than you don't think you can. Like if you are sacrificing your form to try to lift heavier weights, don't do it. Go lighter. Always keep your shoulders back. Keep your stomach sucked in. Good posture. And then that's going to help work your core as well, but it's going to prevent you from injuring your back. It's going to prevent you from pulling muscles. It's going to help you like with your pelvis area and things to help keep stability there. Lift with your legs for the most part when you're doing back stuff. And don't keep your legs stiff and straight. You want to always have a slight bend in your knees or a slight bend in your elbows, depending on the workouts that you're doing, just because that can also injure you too. So I am going to give you a few things that you can do. I usually do different isolated muscle groups. Like I try to aim to work out in the gym like 5 days a week. Like I do a shoulder day, I do an arm day, I do a back day or like back and biceps, I do a chest day, I do a leg day. Sometimes I work in, like I'll do like an extra leg and bicep day, or I'll do chest and triceps, and then just kind of switch up my workouts sometimes just for like muscle confusion and give you a little bit better of a workout. Usually try to rest like 1 day a week, 2 days a week, kind of just depending on your schedule. And legs, always keep at least 3 days between leg days. Like do legs on a Monday and then do legs on a Thursday. So that way you have, you just have some time to let your muscles rest because those are your biggest muscle groups. So I think that's it. Let me know what questions you have. So a quick little rundown, and free weights are awesome. I love using free weights because you then use your own body resistance. However, you can get a lot of really good workouts from machines too. You just have to be cautious because sometimes you can use a little bit more weight on the machine and that's how you can get injured. So I would always start small and then increase as you can. And then I usually do like drop sets where I'll do like a chest press. I'll do 10 pounds. Like I'll do 15 reps of 10 pounds. Then I'll do 12 reps of 12 pounds. Then 8 reps of 15 pounds. So increasing your weights and then decreasing your reps is good. You can do 4 sets where you do like a bicep, one arm like bicep row on the bench, where you can do like an increased weight, like 25 pounds for 5 reps, and then take a minimum rest and then do that 5 times. But usually whenever you do a workout, you'll want to wait 30 seconds between your reps. So if you're doing like 15 reps, do that, wait 30 seconds, 12 reps, wait 30 seconds, and then do 8 reps. And then usually wait 30 seconds to a minute before you move on to your next exercise. So sometimes it seems like you're standing around a lot at the gym waiting, but that just helps give your muscles a chance to rest and it helps them grow a little bit more. So let's start with upper body. So shoulders, one of the best workouts to do to build, like, camera's backwards. So shoulders, like this part here, you'll want to do like lateral raises and shoulder presses. So I usually do my shoulder presses at as close to a 90-degree angle on the bench as possible. And then you'll do, keep your elbows locked and you'll press, and usually do about 15 of those 15, 12, then 8. But you'll want to keep your back flat up against the bench and then press. Keep that like tightness in your arm and then press. And keep your back straight and your stomach sucked in. I like to do lateral raises or front raises. So those, you'll keep kind of a 2-inch gap, like with your feet apart, and then a slight bend in your elbows, and then bring those up. And you don't want your hands to go higher than your shoulders. You just want to go even with your shoulders. And then like stomach sucked in. That's another good one. Rows, I like to do shoulder, like upright rows. You can use a 4-year-old. Candy cane, okay. You can do like a barbell, or you can just use weights. Like sometimes a 20-pound barbell will give you a good workout. But same thing, keep your stomach sucked in, and you'll lean slightly forward, and then you'll row and squeeze your shoulders at the top. That's a good one. Front raises are another good one, where you are similar stance, slight bend in your elbows, and raise front. Like these are hammer front raises, or you can turn your hands like this and do them like this. You can alternate like 1 and 1, 5 pounds, 8 pounds. I mean, don't get too excited to use a bigger weight here, because I don't do much more than 5 pounds. 3 pounds, you can start with 3s. Or you can do like a combo. Like you can do lateral, front, or you can even do like lateral, front. You can do like up, you can do these. But those are all good shoulder workouts. Another one of my favorites too is like a bent over like fly like this, and that works the back of your shoulder, but with that one, stomach sucked in and back straight. And those are a little bit more difficult. You can use like a bench to support you, just for additional support too. I like back stuff. I love back day, just because you have a lot of muscles in your back, and I feel like I get a pretty good burn from a good back day. So some good back stuff. Deadlifts are awesome. But you have to be careful with deadlifts, because you do lift a lot with your back. So you keep your legs about shoulder width apart, and then you'll suck in your stomach and just barely bend your legs. But these are good for your lower back. And like a 20-pound dumbbell in each arm is pretty solid. So like these are good for your lower back. And when you squeeze at the top, like here's normal, here's squeeze, yeah, butt, hi, nice. But that also helps work your butt too, and gives your butt a little bit of a lift. So, but just make sure that when you come up, your back is squeezed. Like you squeeze your muscles in your back and squeeze your butt. And you can like stick out baby belly. No, not pregnant, but like post baby belly. But you can tell like when you're like not doing them right, that you're gonna hurt yourself. So make sure that you suck in and then squeeze that butt at the top. And that's a good hamstring. That's a good hamstring and lower back workout. But whenever you do a back day, make sure that you do like deadlifts if you can, if you don't have any back injuries or anything, because they're a really, really good workout that kind of works your whole body too. Pull-ups, if there's a pull-up machine, I like doing pull-ups, like a grip like this. And then you do your pull-ups, same thing, like suck in and squeeze your back muscles like you have a pencil between your shoulder blades and you're squeezing that. That's a good back I like doing pull-ups. And I use the assist because I don't have enough upper body strength to lift myself on my own. So if there's a pull-up machine that you can use there, or you can use an assist, I would totally do that. And then rows are a really good one. So like you can do rows on a bench, just a flat bench where you like lean on the bench and then keep your back straight and flat, and you just row up, like straight up. Your arm goes back a little bit, but like kind of just right alongside of your boob. And that's a good one for your back. And then just squeeze, like you'll feel your back as you do those, squeeze, and that helps work this area in your back too. So when you row, like when you row, squeeze right in here, you'll feel that too. That's a good one. I like rows. Or you can use a barbell and do like grip forward like this, do rows like this. Or you can even do an opposite grip and row like this too. So those are a couple of variations. Chest push-ups are awesome for chest. That helps lift boobs a little bit. And then chest, like bench press. So I just recently started bench pressing with the bar, and the bar is 45 pounds. Not a huge fan of bench pressing with a bar because I'm not a big fan of bench pressing. But chest press with dumbbells is a good one. So where you lay flat, suck your stomach into the bench, and then press up. And then when you get to the top, squeeze your chest together. And then when you bring your arms down, you want your arms to be parallel to the ground. You don't want to bring them down too low because that's going to hurt these muscles in here. So press, parallel to the ground, squeeze, parallel to the ground, squeeze, parallel to the ground. And then you can also do an incline where you don't really need much at all, just a slight angle, like a 30-degree angle. Same thing, chest press. Or you can do flies where you straight out in front of you and then fly. You can do those flat or at an incline too. And you'll bring your arms down. And then you'll squeeze your chest again at the top. I'm using 10s right now, and those are a little rough. So I would start with 5s. That way you don't injure yourself. Make sure that you get comfortable with the weight. And honestly, you don't have to increase your weight. Just make sure that you get, like, once you're using a certain weight, you get comfortable with it before you try to go up. And if you can only do, like, if you can do 15 reps at 5 pounds, then I would increase to 8 pounds and see, if you can do 8 reps or whatever at 8 to 10 at, 8 pounds, then I would just keep increasing until you feel comfortable. But like I said, once you feel like your form isn't off, like if you feel like that's too heavy and you're like pulling muscles and stuff that you shouldn't be pulling, or you're working too hard, then I would just stick to that lower weight. So arms, I love arm day. Curls, any kind of curls are going to be great for your arms. Bicep curls, like just with regular weights, just to curl. And then when you curl, same thing, suck your stomach in and keep your back like straight. And you don't want to like throw your arms up and swing them back. You want to keep your elbows locked and then curl and have a slow, controlled motion. And then just keep an eye on your wrists too. If you have to flip your thumb over onto the bottom side of the weight, sometimes that helps keep your wrists supported. And then slow and controlled. Another good bicep workout is hammer curls. Keep your shoulders back, stomach sucked in, and then basically you just pound the weight into your shoulder. Not hard, but that helps give you more definition, like right here, like kind of defines that bicep a little bit. You can use a bar to curl, just a barbell. I would start with like a 20, but you can do these. Make sure that your wrist is tight, and you're not bending your wrist, because you can injure your wrist just from like dropping your wrist when you curl. So make sure that when you curl, your arm stays like one straight line. And then there's like a rowing machine. It's also a good back workout, but like it's a seated row, so it has a cable. So you sit down, and then you have like a row thing, like a, I don't know, it's called like a cable row, and you just pull, and that works your back, and that also works your biceps too when you squeeze. So that's a good one. Triceps, there's a tricep rope pull down that you just attach the rope to it, and then when you pull, like you keep it about like where, like eyesight, and then you pull down, and as you pull, you kind of pull the rope out, and then squeeze your triceps right in here. So that's a good tricep one. Another good tricep one is like to do a bent over tricep extension, where you just take like a 3 or 5 pound and bring your, like keep your stomach tucked in and your back straight, and then you'll bring your arm out and squeeze your tricep as you bring your arm back. And then you can also do just like a slight incline with, like I've got 5s, and you can hold them up here and bring them up like this, or you can use a barbell, and these are called skull crushers, because you literally take the barbell, like tap it on the top of your head and press. I can't do much more than 20 pounds of those, so that's why I use like 5 pound weights for those. Leg day, any kind of squats, lunges, reverse lunges are always good. You want to make sure that when you're doing any kind of leg workout, that same thing, your stomach is sucked in. Usually grab like 10 pound, 15 pound weights and do a reverse lunge where you step back, and you don't want your knee to touch the ground. You want to come, it's not quite low enough, just right below, but you always want to have a 90-degree angle in this front leg, because you don't want to overextend and pull anything in your hip. So when you come down, and then keep your butt squeezed in. And you can actually just do standing lunges like this with like 10 pound weights or 5 pound weights or whatever, and then switch to the other side. Those are pretty good. Squats, you want to keep your legs about shoulder width apart. You can use like 10 pound weights, and then when you come down, keep your legs parallel to the ground, and then when you come up, squeeze your butt, and then that helps lift your butt. That's a good one. Side lunges are good. If you take weights, like frame the side of your knee. Yeah, just making sure that my camera's going the right way. And then, like, these are good ones, 5 pounds, 10 pounds. But make sure that your chest stays up and that you're not like leaning over. But that's good. And then, why is my battery dying? Oh, there we go. Other side, same thing. So those are good for like hamstrings. You can also do, deadlifts are good for hamstrings too, or you can do like there's like a hamstring curl machine that you can use, where you just sit, and there's like an extension that is good for your quads, and then there's also one that you can like you put your legs up and then you curl them back. That's another good hamstring one. I'm trying to think what else is good. Squat. If you feel comfortable using a squat rack, go right ahead. I've just recently started to love the squat rack just because I'm starting to grow a butt that I never had before. But when you use the squat rack, you just want to make sure that your legs are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And then when you squat, you want to keep your legs parallel to the ground and keep your chest up and your stomach sucked in. And I would just start with the bar because it's 45 pounds and you don't want to over exert yourself and strain yourself, because that's how I started squatting the bar until I got more comfortable to where I could add plates. But when you do squat, just make sure that, like I said, your legs are parallel to the ground and you squeeze your butt at the top, because that's going to shape the good part of your butt. Ab stuff, I love ab stuff, but I don't like to do crunches. So usually I'm like totally out of breath. So usually I do like planking stuff, like arms down, and then again, like keep your back straight, usually on my elbows. Like a 60-second plank is good. Stomach sucked in and squeeze your butt. You can do up on your arms, like leg twists out to the side are good for your obliques. You can do like mountain climbers where you run like this. That's good for your shoulders too. And if you're gonna crunch, I would say use an exercise ball and lay like with your upper back on the exercise ball and crunch up like that. And then twists are really good too. I really like to do twists where you sit and you do like, and you can even add your legs. Excuse me. You can even add your legs in there too, where you do like alternate like your elbows to your knees. That's a good one. Crunch. Or like even hold a weight and just do crunches like this, or a plate or something. And then like leg lifts are good too. Like these also work your inner thigh muscles. Or like leg lifts like these. So honestly, there's all kinds of stuff. I hope this is a good like starting, jumping off point. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. But like I said, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help, and I'm happy to explain anything better. These are just some easy things that have worked for me that I've kind of incorporate into my day-to-day workouts, and I feel like they're difficult enough to where like if you start increasing your weights, you're going to start seeing a bigger difference. You're going to see a difference regardless, but the more weights you do in a comfortable zone, the more it's going to boost your metabolism, and the more muscle you build, the more you're going to boost your metabolism too. So I usually eat like an apple or a banana within an hour before I do my workout, and then I usually have my protein shake within 30 minutes of after my workout, and I eat about 5 to 6 meals a day. Protein shake is included, and then my snack before my workout is usually included, or I just eat breakfast and then I work out within an hour. So but yeah, just proteins. You want to eat a good amount of protein, usually about 100 to 120 grams of protein a day if you're trying to build muscle. Carbs, I would say probably about 100 to 150 tops per day, and try to keep away from fats as much as you can, unless like cheeses, avocado, oils, like dressings and stuff. keep an eye on those because you don't want to overdo it on fats. I love cheese, and that's the hardest thing for me to do is with cheese, but try to keep like a smaller amount of fats if you can. And don't eat fats directly after your workouts because those can hinder your muscle growth. So I hope that's good for now. Let me know what you think and what questions you have, and if there's other stuff that you want to do or you have questions about or whatever, like I said, just let me know. All right, lady, have a great day.